Good morning, Mr. Thompson. This is Temple Ladlo from Lady Smith. I'm one of your students who are doing the EGD distance learning. I'm trying to just to remind myself of everything that I did in my tertiary years when I was still doing my first year in QS, because we didn't do a lot of drawing there. So to me, it's like I'm learning it for the first time. Though I'm reminded of a lot of things, because with us it was more of civil than drawing. So in this video, I started by compiling a lesson plan before I can even introduce the freehand drawings. So in my lesson plan, I took the introducing the freehand sketching. So my aim was to teach, in my lesson plan, my aim was to teach learners an essential tool used by architects, designers, and engineers when they communicate with one another or with the clients. So that is my objective of teaching a freehand sketch. Okay, so that is my aim. So the objective is for learners to understand that one of the tools that are used by designers is the hand free, is to use their hand where they draw the hand free sketches. So the learning outcome, it's to the learners at the end of the day, the learners must be able to produce neat and accurate freehand drawing, and know that this skill is developed through practice. Because I will also have to use this, should be my support as well, where I'll be able to, because I'm also being reminded on how to do it. And I just remember, because in first degree we didn't do a lot of drawings. We only did a lot of drawings in the beginning of the year, plus I had no background of drawing. So this I've also purchased special books for myself. I've also purchased the workbooks for the ones the students are using, just to remind myself and equip myself more. So in this the teaching strategy or method is I will use the discovery learning, because here learners will be engaged and they'll be able to be responsible for their own activities. And then the selected technology. In my lessons, I'll be using the projector just to show some I've completed freehand sketches. And the resource that I'm using is the CAPS document, is the CAPS compliant. This is the book that I'm using. It's Mind Action CAPS compliant book for grade 10s. And I'll be in page 13 to 15. And so my contextual consideration is to bring learners. I will help learners with the room paper. I will have the sharpener that's stuck in the desk, so that they all have sharp pencils, because one of the strategies to draw a freehand sketch, your pencil must be sharp. So the justification of my teaching method is the learners learn through active engagement, which reflects nativity. And the last thing will be the previous. So I'll also just go through the previous lesson, of which is the drawing scales. So what I'll be doing is I'll introduce the freehand sketches, which got 3 methods. The first one being the first method be the semi-sphere method, which is the symmetry method. So this method is where they are given the semicircle, where they just have to finish it. So they were given something like this. So what they will have to do is for them to just to finish. It can be in ellipse one or the oval, where they will also have to finish what they're already given. So this is the first method of drawing a hand-free sketches, or they can use this one to create a circle. They can use this one to create a circle. So this is the very first method that I will use with my grade 10. And then the second one, the second method that I'll use with them is the grid. The grid one is where they are given the grid paper like this one, where they just stack, they take the drawing and then they divided the drawing into the number of blocks, and then they paste it over, and then they draw it over, and then they enlarge the size or reduce the size, and then they slide the grid sheet with the same number of blocks under the clean drawing sheets, and then boom, the done with the drawing. So the last one will be my last drawing that I'll teach them will be the boxed in. The last one will be the boxed in. Here I drew the skull. So what they do here is just to draw a box. They measure a box. Let me see. So this one is 2 centimeters. Okay, so they draw a box around it. They draw a box around the scalp, box down, which is also 2 centimeters, and then they are also scaled just on top of the eyes. How many times does it go to the scale? They also scale, let me see it, each one, and then they do another 2 centimeters just above the eyes, and then the center, which is the center should be 1 centimeter. So they start here, so this way the center will begin, and then they I will teach them that this is also the nicest method, because you tend to be able to use the ruler, all the measurements, and then they take this box and draw it somewhere, the box of 1 centimeter, and draw it probably here. Draw it probably here, and this 1 centimeter box. I'm just making an example, and then they try to draw what was inside the box. So this is what was inside. So this is what was inside the box. Okay, so they follow this step up until they finish all the drawing, and then they erase the boxes. Or they can take a box like this if they're trying to create they can use this one if they're trying to draw a circle. And here so this is what they'll do. Following the lines, they put the dots, then they do this. Like I told you, I'm also not good with this for now. I'm just taking all my time to try and draw it home, but I'll practice it till I get it right. This thing is wrong. So these are the three methods that they can use to create a freehand sketch. These are the three methods they can use to create a freehand sketch. Forgive me, Mr. Thompson, I'm also trying to remind myself what I've learned long time back, of which was not really drawing. Most of the times we had to interpret the drawing, but I will learn. I will definitely learn. But my circle looks a bit squincy. And then they remove the box around the circle and tuck in the circle. So thank you for the opportunity. I'm still practicing. I'm still practicing to do a lot of them. Thank you. Bye.